All right, gonna go ahead and mute everybody. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody to my intraday slash day trade setups. You know why I'm here. It's your boy AB. Let's go ahead and get this started, right? And so let's go ahead and get it started off with the DXY. So as I had stated on Sunday, that this could be potentially be a W forming on the daily time frame. So now we're starting to see that type of indication. I mean, first of all, we have this daily engulfing candle right here that could be showing a potential reversal right here. I love seeing an engulfing candle like this happen, and it is currently at this resistance right here, showing some that is rejecting off of this resistance right here, right? So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame, see what we have here. Now, price is still definitely looking bearish. It still looks like it's in a downtrend, especially since it still hasn't even recouped. Let me go ahead and wait. Do I have this? No, I don't. Okay. So even though it still hasn't even done, well, let's start from this candle right here. It hasn't done its complete retracement quite yet off of this bearish move. Let me change this to use one color. That pops out more on this. So yeah, so I still would want to see that retracement to this 61.8 or 78.6 for me to make my judgment on whether I'm gonna keep selling the US dollar, or if I keep expecting the US dollar to keep selling, then this is where I would be looking for rejections and a possible continuation to the downside. That's if I'm looking at it from this point of view. But again, like I had mentioned, this could be a W pattern that's playing out on the daily time frame. And I do have seen the bullish engulfing move right here. I do definitely see it. So what I'm going to do is going to just mark off this area right here and put it as the, going to put this down over here. And I'm going to put this as the 71% fib from bearish move, right? And I'll actually make it like this. There you go. Go ahead and hide these so that we can get the chart a little cleaner. Playing off of this bullish move right here, just going off of that move right there. This is what I'm going to be looking for from the DXY, is if I can get from, like I said, from this bullish move to the upside, got a double top. I would love to get the correction down, down to over here at the 71%, and then continue to the upside, which the 61.8 extension matches up perfectly with the 71% from the bearish move. And then like I said, I'll look to see what happens there. So I'm looking for this correction down to 71% fib. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert for that for the DXY. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up, bounce off, continue to the upside. Set my alert. Only once. I'm not worried about a per bar close, create. All right, so in that, like I said, that's for the DXY. I just want that retracement back to down here. I do see that it closed. It did actually close over this previous structure right here, and closed up over here. But I'm still looking for this retracement to the downside. This is what I want to see for me to get into any type of other trade for the DXY. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and check it out on arbitrage real quick. All right. So arbitrage is already called for the buy on the 1 hour time frame. Let me look at the 15-minute real quick. Yeah, the 15-minute doesn't look that great to play off of, honestly. So I might just play it off of my regular charts to just put an arbitrage on it rather than using the bands for right now, for the 15-minute time frame at least. 4 hour time frame, I like seeing that it's using this as a support right here, because that's what I use it as. So we might not get that retracement to the downside how I want. I'm still looking for it regardless, but we might not get that. The 4 hour, if this ends up popping, then it'll just end up breaking the 4 hour RSI line, retesting it, then continuing to the upside. Or it could just give a full bullish push up to right here. That could be a high possibility, which 93.710, if we match up with right here, doesn't necessarily come up to the 71% from the fib. It comes up 93.710 is like right around over here, which I'm pretty sure is very, very close to the 78.6. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching out for that for the DXY. But I want that correction, again, like I said, before I look to continue buying to the upside. Okay, so that's for DXY. Let's go ahead and switch over to Euro USD. All right, so for those of you who are my risky sellers on EU, you definitely should be in profits from this bearish move right here. Didn't get the break, retest, and continuation. Like I was saying, I wasn't expecting it, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. It does not pertain to us. I still want to see this same thing with the DXY. I still want price to come and see if it's going to reject off of here to continue to the upside. But I'm just going to do same thing as with the DXY and put this is the 71% fib from the bullish move, right? So that's the fib retracement for the bullish move. Going to get rid of all these. And likewise with what I'm seeing with the DXY, I want to see this retrace. So let's go ahead and do from here to here. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So what I would want to see off of this move is for price to come back up and come at least, not even at least, just literally come and retrace and give me a bounce off of this 71% fib, which I'm going to go ahead and make, set up an alert for. And that's going to be crossing the trend line. Same thing, create. So I have an alert at this 71% fib, and I want price to reject off of this set alert so that it can continue to the downside, and we can see if it'll come to the 71% fib. It doesn't match up exactly with the 61.8 right here, but I do like the chances of it. So this is my proposed trade for EU. If price can come back and climb up over here, then I'll definitely be looking to take this take this sell to the downside. That would be the best possible setup. For the risky buyers, hey, you got the impulsive move. I would look to take about like 70, 80% of your profits from this sell that I had mentioned on Sunday. But I want to see this play out. I want to see price climb back up, reject off of that, and then continue to the downside. So that's the setup that I'm seeing on EU right now. That's what I would want to see. I can't just necessarily keep selling. I mean, I do see a kind of break and retest right here, but I don't like this type of place. I'd rather have price just come back up and then drop. Potential, this could be a head and shoulders right here, though. I'm not gonna ignore that fact because, or ignore that because you do see the left shoulder, the right shoulder, and then you see the head right here. So this could be a potential head and shoulders play where price just made the left shoulder, made the head, popped up, made the right shoulder, drop. Could be possible. That could be what's possibly happening. Which, if it is, then price would just probably drop from right here. And if it does, then oh well, I might not get into the. Well, I'll miss my trade, right? So still gotta watch out for that, but want to see this ultimately happen. Still, climb up, reject, and then continue to the downside. So that is for EU. Let's go ahead and look at arbitrage and see what it has for us. So 4 hours still hasn't called for a sell yet, and I like how that 4 hour is showing that wick, showing a possible fake out to the downside, but it still has about 2 hours before it closes. 1 hour time frame. This is what I wanted to play out. Honestly, I wanted price to come to the upside, reject, and then continue to downside. I think I got this move off of the 15-minute from right here, just to show you guys what I was looking at yesterday. Yeah, I'll check GJ. I usually want to check out my pairs that I usually trade before I check out that pair because, like I said, I don't really trade GJ that much. So EU, this is what I was looking at. I wanted price to go bullish and then retest up here and then continue to the downside. I want to see how that actually played out in real time. So, well, not in real time, but just how it looked on arbitrage. So, called for the buy, went bullish. Called for the sell right there. So, RSI line ended up, I mean, the upper danger zone ended up closing up, and then as price came towards it and even hit the two deviations, then it dropped. Okay, so that's where that made the mistake. I wanted price to come back up here, but that's all right. So remove drawings, remove that. 15-minute time frame. I don't like how it looks necessarily to get into any trades, and the 1 hour likewise. So I am kind of right now just gonna go based off of price action, and like I mentioned, I want price to come back up to 1.18620. I think that's where I have it. 1.18800. Sorry, 1.18800, which is right around over here. And then I want the continuation to the downside personally. Um, Daily time frame. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Yeah, I like seeing that this looks like a kind of fake outish move and then bullish engulfing candle engulfed this right here, kind of. And now, yeah, I just want to see this continue to drop. That would be ideal for me. Weekly time frame, extremely still overbought, and it rejected off of the it's rejecting off of the two deviations right here. So I still want, like, weekly time frame, this is still calling for a buy, but I want to see at least a retest of this RSI line right here, which it hasn't been able to hit. And from the looks of this right here, just like I mentioned on the weekly analysis, this looks like it could just be ranging at this level right here. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, all I'm looking at, again, for EU, I want the retracement to the upside, then the drop. So we'll see how that plays out. Go ahead and go on to GBP USD. All right, so GU, I wanted the retracement before coming into the upside, but it definitely didn't do that. But it's still out the entry that I wanted, because if we go into the daily time frame, oops, let me close this out. If we go onto the daily time frame, we can see that price again. It came to my sell box and it came to the 71%. I'm gonna get into this trade because this is what I mapped out. It's a 106. This is a swingish kind of move. So I'm gonna go ahead and put price at its current level. Now, me wanting to see a retracement on EU and also on the DXY, that doesn't really help with this setup currently, because if I do get a retracement on the DXY, then this is most likely just going to end up continue rising before dropping. So what I'm also going to do is, just like with AUD USD, I'm going to go ahead and place another position right here. All right, and then same TP basically. So if price does end up climbing a little higher, then it'll get me into this entry as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place 70% of my trade onto this position, and then I'll have a sell limit right here at 1.3311, and then my stop loss will be up here. So this is a 1 to 4 if you have your stop loss up to 1.3400, and then this is a 1 to 3 if you have your stop loss up to right here. If you want to put the same stop loss for both of them, then this risk to reward becomes a 1 to 6, which is 90 pip stop loss. That's not terrible at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this trade. GBP USD. So this is more of a swing type of trade, and it's risking, how many pips am I risking over here? 138. Okay, so I'm gonna put a 0.10 on this, and then I have the rest later. So sell, and then stop loss is at 1.34 1.34052. I'll go ahead and just put that stop loss. Modify 1.30. Oh no, 1.34052. Enter. All right, so I got that on, and then I'll set my sell limit later on. But again, if I start to see that price is correcting, price is correcting on the DXY, and I'll still get into this position, but then I might end up looking to just have this position right here, the stop loss a little higher, but this doesn't look bad either. If you get stopped out at this price, it might be a little tough because price can reject right here and literally just continue to the downside. And also let me look at what the volume is looking like on this. So volume, yeah, there's really not much volume up here, but price can definitely still come up and grab this very little volume and then end up dropping. Yeah, the 78.6 move, it looks a lot better because your risk to reward does shrink immensely, but still, I'm going to go ahead and get into this position because this was a trade that I was even looking at from like how many weeks ago, from when it came to the 61.8, literally bounced off of there, then came up. And then also, if you want to just get rid of this fib real quick, you could also see that price came up to this resistance as well, where prices used it as a resistance once, twice before the drop, and then one more time right here. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this move. So let's see how this plays out. But again, I'm going to go ahead and set a sell limit up here just in case price does end up climbing up a little more. So yeah, I like this move a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to place this as a buy, or I'm in it, I'm in the trade, and then let's go on over to arbitrage. I'm pretty sure arbitrage hasn't called anything yet for a sell or anything like that. So this is a kind of risky move. Got an overbought sign on the daily. Then you see that dollar sign. That's good. That's one. That's one thing to look forward to. So this hasn't looked like any. It looks like it's slowing down anytime soon. GU on the hourly, same thing. Don't have any type of confluence or anything like that. So the only thing I can really look at right now is the 15-minute, and even the 15-minute, it's showing that it's oversold. Love seeing that. Um, if I do get the 15-minute alert to get in, I might add another entry. But other than that, I'm just gonna go ahead and short it off of my technical analysis. Once per bar close, create, and we'll see how that goes. There's some alerts that I definitely didn't talk about yesterday that affected some trades, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I gave an actual warning for it. So go on over. Let's look at what EU is doing real quick. Yeah. All right, so that's for GU. I'm just because I have my 15-minute alert on, but it's not. It's definitely not going to call it probably for the next like couple hours or so. So I'm just gonna go based off of this trade, and yeah, let's see how this goes. I like how it looks though. I'm gonna hide that volume. Okay, AUD USD had a nice sniper entry right here on this AU sell right here on this position right here. Had a nice sniper entry to it. Haven't put my stop loss at break even for it though, because I do want price to match up with the 94 or 95 pips. I want price to go 95 pips our way before I move my stop loss to break even. So currently, right now, it's at 38 pips in profit. So that's not bad, but I'm still not looking to do anything to it. Our first sell entry, its price is still right there. So if you never were able to get a chance to get into it on Sunday, then you can definitely get into this sell position right now. I'm actually gonna probably add a position just because I can. So yeah, just because I can, I'm gonna add an yeah, just making sure. I'm gonna add another position right here. Usually though, what I would say that um, if you want to try to get into it, never mind. This looks like it's even a head and shoulders. I was gonna say that I would want to see this type of retracement for it to come back all the way up here, but it looks like this is a head and shoulders. So not necessarily looking for that. And let me show you guys what I mean. So you can see this little left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Price came up, rejected off of that. Almost came back up, but it's still showing rejections. If price can go back up again to my entry, the 78.6, I'll watch it again for a potential sell. But from what I'm seeing right now, it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. It just looks like it's gonna keep on going. So and let me actually have this my arbitrage support and resistance on. Let me see what it looks like real quick. All right, so it's in between. It's basically at the 15-minute support and resistance and the 1 hour support and resistance. So it would just have to break this low, honestly, for it to continue to the downside and start to come to the daily support and resistance for arbitrage, right? Arbitrage support and resistance kind of looks like EMAs, but they're not. There's something different about them. I love it. And so, yeah, I'm still, like I said, I added an entry here just because I can. And then if price does end up going back up to the 78.6, sure, I'll add another entry. So nothing's really changed on AU. And just to show you guys the overall trade that I'm looking at, just a little explanation. If you didn't check it out, if you haven't seen the analysis from Sunday that I did, So it's just my natural 78, 71%, 78.6. It's my sell box. Sell price back down to these equal lows to see what happens. And then, yeah, so I like this move a lot. I'm going to play it out, see where price takes me. Go on over, why is this here? Going over to arbitrage. 15-minute looks terrible. I wouldn't expect anything less from it since it's just been consolidating. I'm going to go on to the 1 hour. 1 hour time frame. It called for this sell and it's been rejecting off of this RSI line. This is perfect. This is going to be our exit for like, okay, let's get out the trade for right now. And if price comes back in and gives us another entry, then we'll get in. So this will be our exit, short exit all. If price ends up closing over, what I would say, if price ends up closing over 0.7300 right here, then I would just get out and then look for another opportunity up here at these previous highs, at yesterday's highs. But again, it looks like it's head and shoulders, very much so that could be playing out potentially. So I'm gonna hold this. 4 hour time frame, going on to arbitrage. Definitely still very much bullish. So don't want to look at the 4 hour necessarily. Just gonna play off the 1 hour. And the daily rejecting off of, I like this wick. I like seeing this wick to the upside, telling me there could be potential weakness. It was showing that it was oversold. I mean overbought with these, so I want to see this drop. Exactly. So that's solid to me. That's perfect. That's enough for me to say that okay, I'm gonna take the trade. Gonna let the 1 hour dictate whether I'm gonna stay in the trade or get out. So that's that. Okay, so that's what AU. Gonna go on to GA. Okay, I hate seeing this, but it happens sometimes. So this is why I don't necessarily care for when price is at a buy box for me, that I have a stop loss this tight, because I could have still been in this trade and been in profits right now, but it's okay. Sometimes it just be like that. So this looks like it's playing out. I don't know where that other arrow went, but this looks like it's about to start playing out. Price just retracing up here to the 61.8. I'm still looking for the same exact setup. We have the nice M play out. I want the retrace of this resistance, which happens to line up with the 61.8, and then a drop to the downside. So what I'm going to do is just set up an alerts. I think do I want an alert here? No, I want the 61.8 off of this move. So I got that, put my trend line. Oh, what am I doing? I wanted to set an alert for this trend line right here. Arbitrage. Wait, no. GA, crossing trend line, only once. I don't care for price to close over it. I just wanted to tap it, and then we'll see if I get into that. You could set a sell limit there, but I would just watch out for that altogether. And so yeah, let's see how this plays out. Still want to sell this from up here, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go on to right here. Same thing, guys. Like this, if price went and stayed our stop loss before hitting take profit, but this was a 1-to-1, so I didn't even get into this specific trade. 4 hour time frame, because I know the 1 hour and the 4 hour aren't agreeing. 4 hour is legit about to call for that buy. So what I'm looking for in this move, although I don't like that candle, is for price to come back and retest that RSI line and then pop up to 1.83572. Which if it does, that'd be really nice, because that would be basically the 78.6 fib, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oops. Need to draw that down. Don't want that there though. Sorry. There we go. So if we get it from this high up here and take it down to this low, 61.8 ain't far, but the 78.6 matches up exactly with the upper danger zone. That's what I like to see right here. So if price could come back down and retest this RSI line, I might get into this buy and just get into the further retracement up to the 78.6 and then a drop. So that's what I'll be looking at for GA. I think I'll be monitoring that more this morning. In fact, what I'll do, I'll set up another alert. I'll go ahead and GA crossing arbitrage. I need it to come back and retest the lower danger zone. Danger zone down. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Yeah, and then we'll create possible entry by entry. Then create that. And we'll see how things go from there. All right. Currently 20 plus pips on GU. Like around 20 pips. Okay, so that's for GA right there. I'm going to be watching out for that for sure. Blue. Okay, let's go on to Euro AUD. I'm pretty sure it's kind of similar, although I think it might be giving a better opportunity than GA currently. So EA on the 1 hour time frame hasn't called for the buy. It actually dropped down a couple hours ago, and it could be continuing to the downside if it respects this minor support that it's at. But let me go on to the naked charts and talk more about that. So yeah, cancel. Why did I even want to leave? Okay, so came to the 90% fib. This is why sometimes I don't like using the 90% fib as a stop loss, because if I was swing trading this would still be valid in my eyes. I kind of want to see the same thing with GA as with this, though. I want to see price come back up to this high and get into my sell box and then continue to dropping, you know? And I mentioned this last week, and I mentioned this multiple times, that price came and rejected off of this very strong weekly resistance. So I still want to see this move play out. Let me see how risky I'm feeling right now. If I were to get into this right here, move this to the right there, they get into this type of play. It's a 1 to 4 risk reward. I'm risking 86 pips for 350 pips. This doesn't look terrible, honestly. 4 hour time frame. Let me see from this drop right here what that fib looks like. Matches up nicely. Yeah, man, I might get into this. It's risky. It's for sure a risky ass play, but I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna get in, especially since I want to see AUD USD drop. I'm gonna get into this play. Buy. Stop loss at 1.61200. I like it. It said 1.61200. Oh yeah, I'm definitely risking 1% on this trade. I like the risk to reward on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this buy. Because I do like from this bearish move right here. If price does reject right here, then the retracement matches up exactly with this sell box right here. So yeah, I definitely want to see that. And if my stop loss gets hit, then it is what it is. Let me go on to the 15-minute time frame. I know I've been not doing so great with telling you guys about these alerts. I haven't been so great with following the alerts my damn self. But the 15-minute hasn't called for anything yet suggesting that it's going to buy. I'm pretty sure the 5-minute has. Yeah, 5 minutes already called for that buy. So, I mean, if you want a smaller stop loss, then I would suggest probably putting your stop loss like probably like down here. So then your risk to reward setup kind of looks like this. And then whatever the pips is, it'll be a huge move because your take profit is at where 1.65592. So I'll even do that. Profit 1.65592. If you want to use that 5-minute time frame, the risk to reward is a 1 to 9. You're risking 35 pips to gain 9.97. Which that doesn't even actually look like a bad move. I might actually play off this move as well. Like put one position, just like a little, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I can. I'm gonna go ahead and put, yeah, gonna go ahead and just put one small entry and then have my stop loss at 1.61743 and see how that plays out. Well, it's not a small entry, it's literally the same size. It's just a smaller stop loss. 1.61743. Create. And I'm literally risking 40 bucks off of that move. So I'm like, okay, sure, why not? It's not that big of a deal. It's just it has to break these lows and then drop a little lower for it to get off. I'll set the alert for the 5 minute. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna let it play out. But yeah, 5 minute, 15 minute. I mean, 5 minutes the only one so far that's called for the buy entry off of this move. So this is definitely a risky play, like I mentioned, but I like it. I liked it a lot. It could still go up. And like I said, if this was a swing trade that I was in, that I entered from like the 78.6, this would still be valid because stop loss would be down here at 1.61200. So let's see how that plays out for EA. I'm going to go over to Euro GBP. Now, this is the trade I was talking about that I flopped. And I didn't tell you guys about the alert because look at this drop. I did tell you guys about the 1 hour alert going off, but I didn't tell you about the 8 hour. I mean, about the 4 hour because take a look over here. 4 hour time frame gave the exit at 8 a.m. yesterday. So again, that was my fault. After it closed, it gave that alert at 12 because that's when this candle closed, and I was definitely not looking at the charts at 12 o'clock. So I could have gave y'all instead of having a. Let me go to the 4 hour real quick. Instead of having a trying to figure out what the stop loss would have been. So the entry was right here. Entry was right above here where this candle even started to drop. So instead of having a 112 pip stop loss, I could have afforded to give us a 60 pip stop loss, which is half of this. So I could have saved us half of losses occurring, but hey, it just be like that sometimes. So gonna go ahead and play this and call this off, but I still think the buy is very possible. And I'll go ahead and show that very shortly. Or you know what? Let me just get rid of all this. Remove drawings. I can draw. I'm good at that. So daily time frame. If I was really swinging this trade would still be in motion because from this swing low to this swing high, prices still not came to the 100%, and look where it rejected off of that 90%. Came a little lower than I would have liked it, but this can still be valid. This is hard to want to play off right now. What I would want to see, most definitely, is for price to do something like this. I need that retracement. I need that retracement up there to continue dropping, but at the same time, I'm just like, this could really still go bullish. It could just be giving a fake out move to the downside. Because if this goes bullish, then that would help that would be okay. The GBP's gaining strength. The euro's gaining strength. GBP losing strength, which would help with my GU sell that I have going on. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, Chief. I don't know how I'm feeling this. It could, like I said, if this was a swing trade, I'll still be definitely in the move. But overall on the 4 hour, this looks like it's very bearish. Um, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just go on arbitrage. I'm pretty sure the same thing that I saw on EA happened because EA literally did the same thing, kind of. 15-minute time frame hasn't called for the buy yet, but guess what has? The 5 minute. I might be playing a lot of 5 minute moves this morning. I'm personally probably going to play this out and see how this goes. I'm not going to give any updates necessarily. So if you want, go ahead, be my guest, and go ahead and get into this trade. Going to set my alert for this to get out because like I said, I'm not necessarily crazy over this buy, but I just like how the 5 minute after this huge drop, I need to see some type of retracement, and that's what I can get with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and play off of this Euro GBP move as well, but it's on the 5 minute time frame. So again, this is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A very risky buy. I would put my stop loss, if you do want one, on this move to be kind of looking like this. 40 pips? Eesh, that's rough. But overall, I kind of want to see this retracement. Damn, I like that wick. Would love to see some type of retracement like this before price ends up dropping. This is a 1 to 2. Don't really care for that. Let me see what this looks like over here, Roki. 0.91. Yeah, like right around over here. It's a 1 to 2 risk to reward. It's very risky, but I'm using the 5 minute as my exit and entry. So this can be as risky as it wants to be honest, because once this probably goes a little high, I'm just going to put my stop loss to break even and be like, this was a risky trade. I shouldn't even be in this trade. Therefore, it all works out. Most likely the alert will call off the trade like around right here if price does drop. So this is a more conservative stop loss for those that want a conservative stop loss. 20 pips, that's not bad at all. That turns to a 1 to 4. And it would just be calling for the buy on the 1 hour if you play this out. So I actually like this. I might have my stop loss at 20 pips as well. So we're going to have right there. And I'll see how my alert goes. But yeah, I like this move a lot. So that's for Euro GBP. Gonna copy. And then paste it over here. So this is what it looks like on the naked charts. What time is it? 45. Cool. Got time still. So this is what it looks like on the naked charts. And again, let me take off this fib real quick. Again, this is what I want to really look for off of this move, off of this hella bearish move, is for price to come up here. Look where it matches up nicely with that 71%. The risk to reward on this becomes really good. If you're playing it like this, if you want to take it where this previous low is, then absolutely you can. But I like this move a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and we'll see how it goes. Risking like about $60 on this. If it's the stop loss like over here, then I'm risking like $60. But if it's like for right here, then it's like 15. I mean, it's like $30, like risking literally half. So like this play, see how that's gonna go. Have my alert set, and I promise that I'll give it this time. So I'm in EG, EA, AU, GU. Let's go on to Euro NZD. All right, EN gave that exit, and this was a trade that I was like, I didn't get into this EN trade, so I'm like, if you want, you can get in it, but I'm not feeling it. Ended up doing what I didn't want it to do, which is that drop. And this definitely done more than 100%, or is definitely done 100% retracement. So what I'm kind of looking at right now for EN is this, and it matches up so nicely. I want this retest of the zone and then a continuation to the downside. And who wants to bet me that if you match up that zone, it's going to match up with my sell box from this drop right here? Anybody want to bet me? No bets? Okay. Ha! Matches up nicely with that, right? It matches up really nicely with the break and retest. These are the type of break and retest I like to see. So I am looking to sell once EN gets to that level right there, right? Not really looking to trade this at this point in time because one thing with EN, it does like to play around a lot. So I'm going to play this a little more safer than EG at this point. I'm pretty sure it's called for the buy on the 5-minute. I'm very confident in that. And for those who are risky, again, you can go ahead and play the same thing. It looks the exact same as with EG. I'll go ahead again, set an alert, and be like, you know what? F it, man. I see it. I gotta play it. Because I can easily just get out the trade and be like, I'm done with it. So 15-minute, I'm gonna get into this buy using the 5-minute time frame, and I'm totally fine with exiting very shortly. I'm gonna be on my computer this morning, so create. Gonna be building a website. Oh, to have too many alerts on. So come over here. Let's see what we got down here. Long exit all on gold, 15-minute, exit that. Don't need this. Don't need that. All right, so once per bar close, create on the long exit for the 5-minute, we're good. It's set up right here. Let's see how many alerts trading view does it give me today. But yeah, so that's for EN going off of the 5-minute alert. So it probably would tell us to exit from where price is currently at to where it will tell us to most likely exit. If it doesn't give a huge engulfing move, it'd be like about a 15 pip stop loss, 15 to 17 pips. So that's not bad. For visual representation though, if you want a better setup where it's not as risky for the stop loss to get hit, I move my stop loss probably down over here to get like a 40 for like a 40 pip stop loss, and for it to match up over here, it'd be 1.74723. Okay, that makes the trade a 1 to 4, 1 to 4.71, almost a 1 to 5. So I'm definitely going to be in this trade. Using the 5-minute as an exit, and then I'll be just look and see what happens throughout the day. But yeah, that's another very risky setup on Euro NZD, but I like it because I do want this retracement to the upside for another drop. All right. I love this play. So gonna go ahead and actually extend it. Oop, did not mean to do neither of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend this out to the left, copy, and paste it over here. Look on the 4 hour, it looks like it's non-existent basically. 1 hour, I'm giving a lot of plays today. There we go. Risking 40 pips to get 191 pips, basically a 1 to 5. I like the odds because when price comes back up here, look what I'm about to try to do to it. If it comes up here, but like I said, it's a break and retest that I like to see for me to try to sell it. So this would be the play for it to continue to the downside. It's a 1 to 4 when price comes up there. And obviously you could make it even a little less risky, or you could put a little less stop loss and it becomes a 1 to 6 basically. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for on EN. I love this play. Push to the upside, then a downward move. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and go on over to gold. How much time do I got left? Okay, got like 7 minutes left before I gotta go. Okay, gold. I was I was trying to be slick yesterday, and I should have known better that I got the break retest. This is exactly what I want for price to continue to the upside. I should have known better than to leave my stop loss at break even right here because I got an impulsive buy on this. I made money off of it, but my stop loss got hit at break even. Still expect this to go higher. And if you look at it from this point of view, you can see that price nearly came to the 61.8. Didn't come exactly to it, nearly came to it. If it doesn't come back down and give me that entry, then I'd be kind of upset. So I'll put it at the 71% actually. Watch it at 1866, but I want price to come to 1862. But we might not get that chance to get in it anymore because it's already like I said, it basically came and retested this right here. And then now it's popping up a little bit more. Want price to come back down, get my alert, and then put me into the trade. And Euro GBP, what are you doing? Playing games, that's what it's doing. It's all right though. But yeah, I want to see price come down to the 71% fib, get me into the buy, and then I want to take this retracement. This is a big retracement that we got to play off. But this did 700 pips in like 4 hours, 700 plus pips in 4 hours. I need a retracement before I can sell this again. I'm not a trader that I could personally just sell it from right here. Let me get rid of, well, actually not get rid of, but just make this similar color. But yeah, it did this 700 pip moves like in 4 hours. I need a retracement back to up here at least before I can sell it again. So that's for gold. 5 minutes calling for the buy again. I don't really know how I feel about these 5 minute buys. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, but I'm gonna literally get out if gold tells me to get on the 15 minute. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades I've called so far. This is gonna be the 6th one. So let me actually look at this better template. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this gold buy and see how it goes. I'm only using the 5 minute. If I get the exit to get out, then I'm gonna get out. Then I'll reevaluate. But I do like the buy on this move overall. So arbitrage, long exit all, once per bar close, create. And then like a hypothetical stop loss would be you'd want to put your stop loss at like 1874. It seems a lot safer to put it down there. So 1874. Eh, kind of risky, but not that risky to be honest. Yeah. So I'm like as per usual, I'm going to use the 5 minute. Well, not as per usual, but as per today, I'm using the 5 minute to give me the exit out of this move. So if it gives me that exit, I'm out. I'm going to be safe about it. Wait for my 71% fib entry, and then probably get in right there. So that's with gold. Um, S&Ps. I'm just going to look at S&P and Dow Jones really fast, and I'm going to get out of here. Oh, and I'm going to look at GJ for sure. Sorry, almost forgot about GJ. Um, so on the daily, this looks like a fake out. Huge fake out. Like this doesn't make me want to keep. This doesn't make me want to think that S&P is going to keep going unless it's going to fill this wick up. But with this daily candle right here, this looks like a fake out to me. Still think that this is going to drop. I know that painting still feels like this is going to drop. I still want to see this fall personally. Don't like seeing all this move all the way up to the upside like that, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to play like that, and if you fib this move, I personally don't want to call any more trades because I feel like I've already called a lot. But this, I'm expecting it to fall and hard. So, but first, let's go ahead and look at it from this point of view. We have the bullish move to the upside. I expect price to at least come back down to here before if it's going to continue to the upside. So that's what I think about this. But overall, like I said, guys, this is looking, if it could hold right here, and we're about to get the S&P volatility at the market open. So I'm going to leave this as regular. If we can get this rejection from this, I think this is going to drop. This daily candle is telling me that this is not going to keep buying. We do have the vaccine, that for coronavirus, that's probably what made gold go super bearish. Yeah, that's what made gold go super bearish yesterday. But I'm not feeling this, man. I'm not feeling this for the buy. If you want to buy, by all means, you could buy that wick, but I don't like it. And even on the 4 hour time frame, you have that bullish move, and then right back it closed, came back into this 90%. So I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad that I got out of this trade yesterday or on Sunday, and I didn't stay in it for it to go hit my stop loss. The 1 hour, it's already called for the buy. It didn't retest that RSI line, but it basically did. I would still want price to probably come back up to the RSI line to retest it regardless, and then drop. 4 hours frame, I'm already knowing it's not calling for a buy yet. So this could literally just be retesting this and popping to the upside. But I'm not gonna play that movie quite yet. Let me look at the 15-minute real quick. I know the daily is already saying that it's super bullish. Yeah, the 15 minutes about to call for a sell. Again, guys, if you want, that looks like a clean sell. I might get into it, but I would want price to come back up a little higher personally to like 3572 and then drop. That's what I would prefer. So that's what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna wait for price to come back up and then get into a risky sell. Probably get out if price breaks out to 3585. Then I'll get out the sell. Let's go ahead and take a look. And I'm pretty sure SPX, not SPX, the Dow Jones looks very similar, if not the same. Yeah, daily time frame. That looks like it's a. This doesn't look like so much of a fake out. This makes me now say that okay, yes, this could be. Never mind. It passed all-time lows and all-time highs and then came back down. Yeah, I know.
No, where is it?
Oh, it's right here. Sorry. Yep, no problem. So yeah, um, Dow Jones. It doesn't necessarily look like It does want to go bullish either because it came back to these previous recent highs. It broke through this, but then yeah, I'm still looking for this to potentially drop. I mean, if it drops to down here, that'd be solid for a potential rally, but I can't buy this high. I always say it in all of my calls. I cannot buy price when it's this high unless I get some type of retracement. And the proper retracement looks like it's right there. Let me go ahead and set the fib up. Yep, perfectly. So I personally want to sell this and see what price comes and does down here before looking for a potential buy, maybe. If it goes bullish, I don't think it is. Um, and just go to arbitrage straight up. 15 minutes already called for that buy. It's at this upper danger zone. It could potentially drop. Damn, EG is not playing games with us this morning. And G is basically back at entry. But but yeah, so Dow Jones 1 hour is probably going to call for a sell very shortly. I like this sell better than trying to sell the S&P. And if I were to put a stop loss, it'd be at 29750. Personally, I like this entry more than the S&P. But I'm gonna wait until the volatility from the 8:30 open happens, and then I'll make my decision there. So that's with all the pairs that I look at. I'll take a look at GBP, JPY. Dang, this thing shot up. Again, I hate when price does that. Instead of just doing a retracement, it just keeps going to the upside. I hate when price does that. All right, so GJ, definitely at my zone. It didn't come to the 71% fib like I wanted, but it was like how many pips away from it? Let me see. Yeah, it was like 13 pips away from it. So basically it did hit there. I don't know why this is green. This should be red. But I'm looking for price to sell. If it's going to continue on with this trend that it started from right here where it broke this structure, I need price to keep selling. That's all I can see on GJ. Can't see really anything else on it. I do see this uptrend line. That price came and hit once, twice, 3 times. I don't consider this 3 times. I consider this one whole touch. I want to see this drop though for sure. If it comes back down to the 23.6, take half my profits. And yeah, and as you can see, if you look towards the left, you can see that price is at a zone where it previously rejected. So yeah, even from here, even from looking from this side over here, if you want to be super technical, well, not technical, but if you want to just be like super trendy, you can see that this came for a second touch. A third touch would be nice. A third touch would be very nice. That'd be the 78.6 hit. That'd be very, very nice. I might put my sell limit up here, although it might not get hit. But yeah, I want to see this drop. I'm looking for sells on GJ. Daily time frame wise or arbitrage, I mean, nothing's really calling for a sell. So just be careful with that. The 15-minute is most likely setting up for a sell. There we go, EG. So I'm talking about. But yeah, this might very well be calling for a sell very shortly. I don't like how it looks up here, but again, it's in my sell box. So anywhere in my sell box, I'm looking to sell it. It doesn't matter. Your sniper entry obviously will be the 78.6, and yeah, it's even rejecting off of here. I love that. I love that it's rejecting off of the upper danger zone right now. It's showing that oversold sign. Yeah. I mean, overbought sign. Yeah. You know why I'm here. Oh, almost. If it can climb a little higher and hit my 78.6, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a buy limit. I mean a sell limit right here. For those who want to try to get in right now, by all means you can. But I want to set my limit at 140.621, and then I expect that to drop. So, any other questions? Any other questions? Any other pairs? Nothing? Nothing of the sort? All right. Well, right now, currently gold is at entry. Euro NZD is about 5 pips in profit. EG is still basically at entry. Euro AUD. Ooh, both of my positions are both up about 10 plus pips. AUD USD is up about 5 pips, and GU is up about 15 pips. So let's see how these trades play out for the rest of the day. And thank you guys for tuning in. Let's make some money out here. You know how it goes. You know why I'm here. Peace.